Barbershop Podcast, episode, what is it? 106.
Yeah.
106. You're brain dead at this point, aren't you, Ryan Cannon? You're like that guy, the first guy out of the landing craft on the beach, Omaha Beach, in Normandy. You know, and the MG-42s are all targeted in on you.
Hid under a pile of my dead friends.
Yeah, that didn't do you any good, did it? What's our record here, Barbershop Podcast, and flawless shows? I think about 6, right?
Maybe.
In 100 that all have a little quirky nature. A lot of technical glitches tonight, but you persevered. A little bit of a modified format this evening, but every show is a modified format to one extent or another. Crazy week last week. Wow, 1 week ago we were celebrating 2 years of Barbershop Podcast, and it was in the middle of a crazy week where we had a lot of things going on, a lot of projects. We got through it, but wow, everything blew up real good, didn't it, Ryan?
Yeah, it sure did.
It did.
And continues to blow up. Sometimes good, sometimes bad.
You take the bad with the good because you kind of have to.
You don't have much of a choice.
You don't have much of a choice in this world. It's all about your attitude and how you deal with it. And we deal with it every week here with music because we're in Hamilton, Ontario, the blast furnace of music, real people, real musicians. We've got their stories, we've got their songs, and this week we've got the HellBent Rockers coming in to join us here at Boxo Studio, and it's a real treat to have someone who's mastered a format. Even though the gods seem to not want us to do the show tonight, the power of rock and roll is going to win out in the long run, as it always does, because the show must go on. And in the famous world of brothers, there's you've got your Everly brothers, you've got your Davies brothers, and then of course Hamilton's Nicoloff brothers, which are infamous for their involvement. Crusty guys my age. Nice to see that they're still fighting and winning on the stage. Coming in here with the beautiful Billy Thornberry with his voice and talent, and of course Linda, who you stand above everyone else because you've actually been here before. This is your second or third stripe in here?
My second.
Second stripe for Linda Dumeau, who is an excellent drummer, as well as someone you don't want to get on the wrong side of because she's now becoming a lawyer, working her butt off and becoming someone I'm sure will work pro bono for the musical community. She lived in poverty, so she can live in poverty with us, and it's going to happen. But how is everyone doing tonight? Thanks for coming in.
Good. Fantastic. Glad to be here.
Good. I'm going to spin it around the room. I'm going to ask for everyone's quick Reader's Digest version of music, and if you can tie it to the format and rockabilly and why you're playing it now. Tell me about the early days in music in your house and in your life.
Mine started with my mom, and being a big Elvis fan, introduced me to Elvis before I could any consciousness, anything really, basically. So I grew up listening to Elvis, and then I guess it was my early 20s, late teens, early 20s. I got in a Hamilton rockabilly band called the Crawl Daddies.
Right.
Way back when rockabilly had its sort of resurgence, and same time Dave and Craig were playing with the Shock Rockets, and who else was around? Trouble Boys and
yeah.
Bobcats. It was the place to be at the time.
Yeah.
And Then I moved to Toronto, played in another rockabilly band there called the Rattlin' Bones. Then I was away from it for a while, and then happened to answer an ad on Kijiji.
Did you know it was him?
No clue.
Would have you answered if you would have known it was him?
I thought it was a personals. I thought it was a personals ad, and then it came up and he said, "Where's your guitar?" And I was like, "No, it was."
Must like rockabilly.
Yeah, you must like rockabilly.
Oh, yeah.
So and that was that 4 years ago. This January.
Yeah, 4 years ago in November.
It's one of those formats that kind of defines.
No, we started
October.
That's right. We got together in October, so it's been over 4 years, and we played January.
This is our fifth year.
Fifth year together as officially as the HellBent Rockers.
Yeah.
And about you two, does your two stories intertwine, or is that musically
Billy and
wise? No,
or my brother and I.
Talk to about your
brother.
David Nicoloff and Craig Nicoloff.
The stories do intertwine. Of course, Craig and I from the Shock Rockets all those years ago.
Yeah. I want to go way back. Tell me about the grandma
fell in
with
love
the
with
pipe organ.
Rock and roll via Teenage Head for me, and really, Frankie. And bringing his love of the 50s and
Gordy
Gene
Lewis,
Vincent, Eddie Cochran,
amazing.
were one of his two favorites, and Gordy's killer rock and roll guitar. That's really kind of what brought us home. And then, you know, outcome for us was Robert Gordon, really Link Ray, Chris Spedding. You know, that was it. I couldn't play
High
anything
energy.
else.
Wasn't punk.
Yeah. And so were you kind of like the oddball when growing up in high school, and the kind of music other people liked, and you guys liked something that was considered not mainstream or not cool?
We were punks.
Yeah, we were punks. We were all
yeah.
punkers, right?
Yeah.
Listening to the Ramones, the Clash, the Pistols. But to us, it was, you know, it was what you were supposed to be listening to back then. It didn't feel that way. It was like, this is the music, you know.
Yeah, it was Eddie
everyone
Cochran 2.0.
We would look at our other friends and counterparts that were playing, you know, classic rock, and we were like, don't you see what you're missing, right? So it was, for us, it was an exciting time, you know, going to the concert hall and seeing bands like, of course, the Stray Cats, and then, Blasters. You know, the punk rock scene, the Blasters, the Ramones, the Pistols.
And then all that integrates and works its way into your own style, right? And like as you're playing a certain genre of music, but it's not exactly, you can't, like the Hamilton sound, the TH&B sound, I think exists across genres, where when there's a flavor that's distinctly Hamilton, you know, no matter what you play. What would you, Linda, like, did you just get dragged in and go, okay, my job is just to keep the mortar and the bricks together, or is there actually like a rockabilly connection or a...
I can't say I have a specific rockabilly connection. There's been like a lot of instruments and a lot of genres that I've gone through, but I can say that playing rockabilly drums is a whole lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's just such a great immediate music that's it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think that's probably that style or this pace of music, and it was very prevalent when I was growing up. I'm the same age as you guys. But like, it's infectious, and it found its way in the cartoons we watch and the commercials and things. And it's like and it probably comes down to the drum beat, but it's just.
You know, I've talked to rock and roll drummers who will say, "Rockabilly's hard. It's not easy.
No,
it's really not. It's not. You know, these guys who were doing their whole thing with their whole big kits, and then to pare it down and just to keep the proper time and keep the proper, beyond the snare, and it's not, well.
Yeah, and it was quite dangerous. And it was quite dangerous music at the time too.
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
You got to understand, this was like riotous stuff, where it's like, okay, we don't want our little daughters dancing to this stuff because shit happens.
Yes.
You know, it's like, I don't like what I see. Well, you know, that's usually what's bad for a parent is good for us at Barbershop Podcast. So you guys you're gonna start off. We're gonna kick off with some live music. We've got some stuff off of the interweb involving what you've been doing over the past 4 years. But it's all about the love and all about the music here at Barbershop Podcast. So we'll take it away anytime you're ready.
got me a crazy baby, coolest little chick I know. I got me a crazy baby, and I love her so. Crazy baby, I love you. Crazy girl, crazy honey, crazy baby, on my own. Crazy baby, wanna take you home. That's right. Girl, crazy honey, crazy baby, on my own. Crazy baby, wanna take you home. Let's rock again. I got me a crazy baby, she's always on the move. I love that little honey, 'cause she puts me in the mood. Crazy baby, I love you. Crazy girl, crazy honey, crazy baby, on my own. Crazy baby, wanna take you home. Last time. Rockabilly boogie, rockabilly boogie, rockabilly boogie, rockabilly boogie, rockabilly boogie tonight. Well, I know a little spot at the edge of town. You can really pick 'em up and set 'em down. It's a little place called the Hopaway. I do rockabilly till the break of day. It's rockabilly boogie, rockabilly boogie, rockabilly boogie tonight. This old Susie turned 17. Well, everybody knows her as a rockabilly queen. This old Slim was quiet as a mouse. Trapped old Susie, she would tear up the house. Well, it's a rockabilly boogie, rockabilly boogie, rockabilly boogie tonight. It's a rockabilly boogie, rockabilly boogie, rockabilly
Yeah, we got some HellBent Rockers right here at Barbershop Podcast, home of great original music. You write stuff, you write your own stuff, you write it in the vein of stuff. It's all great because it all filters out and becomes something truly inspirational. And for me, I know I was punished this week, and I was looking forward to this because I knew I wouldn't have a choice. But it's bum shaking music. Let's be realistic. Music is kind of reliant on alcohol sales, and if you can get bums to shake, you can get a gig. and as tavern owners, so a lot of times I love the singer-songwriter stuff, but it's a tougher sell than something that people can dance to, because as much as music is inspirational and on all those levels, to be able to feel it, in your bones, as they say, it's got to be a great attraction to why you like this music so much, right?
You know what? To be honest with you, it is, and that you kind of hit the nail on the head, and it is very infectious. You said that earlier, and it's the type of music where you go into a club. We notice it in the sound check. We do a sound check, and people are they're tapping their foot, they're bouncing around. It just makes them feel good, and it's not so much about the message in the music as it is the groove, the beat, the drive. It just gets them up off their chairs.
Exactly. And it keeps us young, doesn't it? I mean, at the end of the day, exactly. I think so. So we got some stuff. We're gonna play. We got a song off of your last record. Is this what we're gonna do? Let It Out.
Let It Out. I don't know whether we had that lined up.
You got that lined up or not? We didn't find it. You got some music, Ryan Cannon?
No. If you know what, where if you tell me where I'm looking for it, I can probably get it queued up.
It's the B-side of Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I got that.
Reverb Nation, HellBent Rockers, you'll find Let It Out.
Yeah.
Reverb Nation?
Yeah.
All right, I'll do my best.
We'll do the best.
Give me 10.
In the meantime, you're going to have to, we'll have to chat a bit. You have to do live music, which obviously is not a problem for you guys, right? Yeah. So tell me about your live music progress. Like, tell me about the first gig, the early gigs.
Oh, well, the first gig was at Stonewall's, and that was in October, and it was actually
January.
It was in January. So
you're like a married couple.
It was.
His memory.
We were called the Treble Makers originally.
That's not bad.
Yeah, which I like the name Treble, Treble, and but there was a girls' band, high school band that had 500 members over the years, and they had like a gazillion videos on YouTube. So forget it, you can't go there. Yeah. So that was it. Billy was a big fan of the Shakin' Pyramids, and a song called HellBent on Rockin', and that's where the name from the HellBent Rockers came from, was that song. And it's one of those things.
That one? It's a good song, Shakin' Pyramids.
Is it Shakin' Pyramids? We have to do a whole rockabilly. So yeah, I mean, you educate us along the way, like the people who are like the acts you were listening to influenced you along.
All right, so coming to a HellBent Rocker show, you're Gene Vincent, Eddie Cochran, Elvis Presley, just to name a few. So a lot of what we do, and pretty much everything that we do, and even our writing strategies, are from 1953 to 1959. It's like hitting a ceiling.
Our
we don't want to venture past 1959 and the groove and the change in the style of music. We keep that alive from that era. It is ultimately, that has become rockabilly. Today.
Yeah, it's rock and roll. I don't think they called it rockabilly at the time. It was
actually
rock and roll.
It was rockabilly before it was rock and roll.
Really?
Yeah.
So education is a good thing.
It was the melding of country and blues.
Yeah.
And it was guys doing it before Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
I've heard it was Carl Perkins that first termed it rockabilly.
Right.
In the 50s.
Well, it was a real melting pot, at that period of time. You see some of the pictures of who was, there wasn't a lot of barriers. It was like if you were doing music, and you're probably working with Sam Phillips, but I mean, it's like if you're down there, it's like you're going to that studio.
Johnny
you're
Burnett
with people.
And Elvis would look up to these guys, and these guys worked at Crown Electric with John, with Elvis. and he'd see these guys playing in all these clubs, and there was the dangerous music. It was
Yeah, they were outcasts, and it was like you had to go to the outskirts because that was race music, and people were not going to have your sons and daughters loving that. But we love it here. We're going to play some more of it. We're going to love some more of it, and Ryan's going to dig deep into the interweb and find some HellBent Rockers. Where you can. What's your website again? HellBent Rockers.
HellBentRockers.com.
You got the big.
Actually, you know what? Play Corner Store. HellBentRockers.com. Play Corner Store.
Corner Store is a good one, too.
It's one of the first ones we did real early. It's just part of the...
I'm sure they're all
different
good.
lineup, a little different lineup then, but
yeah, it's life continues to evolve, right?
Yep.
All right, evolve us into something that's going to get bum shaking and feet tapping, and people having a good time here
this
listening
one's
and
called Head
watching.
Over Heels. It's original.
So sweet. She was that girl in high school I had to lean. When she whispered in my ear, the clouds began to clear. I fell right head over heels in love with her. Well, I head over heels in love with you. Well, I head over heels in love with you. And I'll take you by your arm. You'll be my good luck charm. I fell right head over heels in love with you. I took her to the dance hall first day. I grabbed her hand, I couldn't wait. When I spun that girl around, my world came tumbling down. I fell right head over heels in love with her. Well, I'm head over heels in love with you. Well, I'm head over heels in love with you. And I'll take you by the arm. You'll be my good luck charm. I feel right head over heels in love with you. She came close and held her tight. We danced and laughed all through the night. Oh, her smile made me weak, and then she kissed me on the cheek, and I fell right head over heels in love with her. Well, I'm head over heels in love with you. Well, I'm head over heels in love with you. Well, I'll take you by the arm. You'll be my good luck charm. I feel right head over heels in love with you. I feel right head over heels in love with you. I feel right head over heels in love with you.
All right, HellBent Rockers right here at barbershoppodcast.com. Apparently the site won't let us download stuff, so it's going to be a completely live show tonight, which is what you people should be seeing. People who invest in live music, who believe in live music. There's nothing like it. You know, it's great to have it on the radio, on your MP3 player, CD, whatever, but going to a live venue and experiencing live music is really... It's different, isn't it? It's like, I think you have to feel it kind of going through your body and all the other noises and the life that's kind of going around you. So we're gonna keep it an interesting, truncated show. We're gonna flow it right along, but there's no pee break. So you have to understand we're gonna keep the pace going. So keep Craig in line there. He's broken the seal. All right, we want to talk about some of our great sponsors who help us make things happen here at Barbershop Podcast. One of the great ones and one of the first ones, of course, is HamiltonArtists.ca. They're over at 1411 Main Street East at Balmoral, right at the Delta, across from the No Frills. That is their physical store, but if you go to hamiltonartist.ca, you'll be able to get their online store. They basically print anything on anything. If you have an idea, they can work with you and make it happen, but from the tiniest thing to the largest thing, banners, T-shirts, hats, artistic endeavors, they will print it. They've got so much more than that. You want to work with them in the online community. Okay, we good? Okay, good. Sorry. And anyway, they're again located at 1141 Main Street East, hamiltonartist.ca. They print anything on anything. If you've got custom wear that you're interested in, stage outfits, if it's inside the box, if it's outside the box, if it's involved in printing or promoting your idea, your business, or your company, your band, look at hamiltonartist.ca. They're good friends of the show, and I highly recommend them. Now, with the rock and roll and playing with the rock and roll music, have you found that there is some sort of awesome fountain of youth that happens with rock and roll? Like when you get out, I remember it wasn't that long ago, and I still play once in a while, but like I wake up the next day, it doesn't matter when I went to bed or how much I had to drink, I feel great. Like the next day, like you just feel like your back doesn't hurt anymore. Does that still happen on a regular basis?
Still does.
Yeah.
And we play some really cool shows. We're really, really fortunate. We get pulled in a lot of different directions, and we go from a really cool outdoor car show to playing, places like 3030 in Toronto, where there's 450 people, and they're all pro swing dancers everywhere, and everyone's decked out.
You see some great outfits and some
the energy
tattoos
is
and
amazing.
neat stuff, because it's become really part of like not just the culture, but then the next generation embraces elements of it.
The dancers actually changed our style a little bit. We went to Montreal to play a show, and we were probably a little heavier, a little louder, a little faster.
Yeah.
And then we saw all these swing dancers there, and they were dancing, and they said, "You're too fast. You're too fast." And our friend, "You're too fast." And we're like, well, they want to dance, right? So we changed our groove a little bit. We tailored a little bit more for the dancers.
Good.
And I think it's kind of it's not much better.
Yeah. All right. Well, as I said, we're going to get back to it. It's going to be more killer, less filler with the music. So everyone strap on, get strong, get brave, bring on the rock and roll army. Barbershop podcast, where it happens each and every week. We got the HellBent Rockers here live and in person from Boxo Studio. Give it.
This one's Empty Well.
Only have a little, I don't need a lot. I got a little wood house, it's right on top of an empty well. I got an empty well. Oh, you can't get a drink when the bucket don't sing it to the empty well. And there's no time to think when the bucket don't sing it to the empty well. A real long road, I got my favorite girl. They're the only two things I need in this world. I got my empty well. I got an empty well. Well, you can't get a drink when the bucket don't sing it to the empty well. And there's no time to think when the bucket don't sing it to the empty well.
HellBent Rockers right here at Barbershop Podcast. We're struggling through. We're down to 3 cameras, Ryan Cannon. We normally have 6 cameras, but at one point tonight we had no cameras. So we have 3 more cameras than we were looking at, a worst case scenario.
We just bought new cameras too. We have more cameras than we've ever had. And yeah.
And something gremlined us up good. I think it's North Korea myself.
It's definitely Kim Jong-un.
Kim Jong-un, he knows.
That movie's out with James Franco, and he's pissed. So he's taking it out on
it out on everyone, and he's clearly,
just us.
Yeah, just. I'm happy.
I
with
almost
that.
did an impression, but I'm glad I decided not to
because it is on the internet forever. Oh, we're here with the HellBent Rockers here at Barbershop Podcast from Boxo Studio. Every Wednesday we bring you something live, something good, something real in the way of musical endeavors from this great city. If you have a chance to visit it, I recommend that you do so. If you already live here and you don't go out and see live music, this is a great taste, but it's no substitute for the real thing. You should go out and support your live music scene and the people involved in it. It's can be a hard scrabble existence, but it's soul-saving in a lot of cases. You go into a club like that and you see people are doing it for the reasons of passion, conviction, and love.
Help pay for my gym membership and hair dye,
Yeah,
according to Dave.
absolutely. You're doing well with that. Good friends of the show have a CD release this weekend, and I won these tickets because I went and saw Mary Simon, Mississippi Benz with Andrew Aldridge and Carrie, and I keep forgetting the drummer's name. He's so good. Yeah, Rob Pearson, and he's like, they're so good together, and I've got my kids this weekend, so I don't think, and if I went, I could only go for like 45 minutes, so someone who's a real music fan deserve this. So if you can tell me which episode Mississippi Benz are on Barbershop Podcast, get that to me before. That's not a guessing game. You have to actually go on and do some research. But it could be. Episode. It could be. I think it's later than 32. I don't know right now. I'm going to have to check because we'll have to make sure. But if you can do that, send it to us. First person with the earliest correct.
I want to win them. I can scalp them. I want to go, man. I want Andrew to be my
I can
man.
scalp them.
I had the Benz in Mississippi once.
Fantastic band. Check them out at This Ain't Hollywood this Saturday night. 345 James Street North, where we had our killer kick-ass Exile on James Street. That was a lot of fun last week when we did 100 times. I know. I'm not going to go. What? The Exile on James Street. It's gone. it was more fun. We maybe had more beer in us last week. I don't know.
The echo on James Street?
Yeah, it's lost its touch now.
Yeah, but we did it over and over and over. And it was just really not funny, but it was hilarious at the same time. But I want to get a testimonial. Let's talk about our other sponsor before we play another tune. You guys came here hard working, starved, and you had some Shenanigans pizza. What did you think of the
fantastic pizza?
Fantastic.
The crust
It was really good. I love the crust.
It's good stuff, right? I'm telling you, Shenanigans. It's like it used to be. That's their tagline. I'm going to hang it on Kevin, because he's also named Kevin, the owner down there with Cass, right there at. 1305. That's right, 1305 Main Street East, across from Delta High School, right by Graham Avenue. Shenanigans. You go there for the food. You stay for the good times. If you're into watching the game, they've got TVs. If you want to play pool, they've got pool tables. If you want to play darts, they've got dart leagues. Yeah, they got all that stuff. It's just like a good old-fashioned bar from the 80s and 90s in the Hammer, and except it's clean, it's nice, and the ladies go in there, and then there's no ridiculousness, and no shenanigans at Shenanigans.
Oh my God, yeah, that's a good line.
It's like they make sure, but it's like they've got a fantastic menu. They're good people. They've been good to us. If you like,
hey, there's nothing better than a good pizza.
There's nothing, yeah. And the wings, like I said, the wings are quite good, and I know we talk, it's like they've got wing brokers go around where everywhere. It's like the diamond merchants, and the wings are like, what have you got this week? And it's like, they're a bit small. I don't know. And it's just like everyone wants chicken wings, so it's funny. but they're always good there, and all the food is. So if you like good food, you like good times, go see our friends at Shenanigans, 1305 Main Street East here in Hamilton, Ontario. Good times is what we do. We're purveyors of good times. We try to share the good times, and despite the few technical glitches, we managed to get some great live music coming out of Boxo Studio tonight, courtesy of the HellBent Rockers. You guys are going to keep giving it to us. What you got coming up now?
We're going to do another old favorite of ours, Edwin Bruce. This one's called Bertha Lou.
There we go, Barbershop Podcast.
Grace is saying, oh, you mighty, 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 because you're so cool. Wanna get it deep with you. If I could hear you call, I'll be so class to fall. Ain't no telling what I do. You wear your hair in a voodoo cup. You walking down the street like a silver pup, and everybody knows that you're so sweet. You taking me from head to my athletic feet. Hey, hey, Bertha Lou, wanna conjugate with you. You know my blood is running wild, and I know you ain't no child. When you do what you do, oh, Bertha Lou, that's right. You walking down the street like a silver pup, and everybody knows you're sure so sweet. You tickle me from head to my athletic feet. Hey, hey, Bertha Lou, wanna conjugate with you. You know my blood is running wild, and I know you ain't no child. When you do what you do, Bertha Lou, it's rocky now. You wear your hair in a voodoo cup. You walking down the street like a silver pup, and everybody knows that you're so sweet. You tickle me from head to my athletic feet. Hey, hey, Bertha Lou, wanna conjugate with you. You know my blood is running wild, and I know you ain't no child. When you do what you do, Bertha Lou, Bertha Lou, Bertha Lou, woo, Bertha Lou.
All right, HellBent Rockers right here, barbershoppodcast.com, your source of great original music originating from the great city of Hamilton, Ontario. What you guys, before you play your last tune, what do you guys got going on in the very near and distant future?
The next show we have is this Saturday, part of the Burley Calling.
which is an annual event
Annual
where they
event.
just flood Burlington with original music.
It's crazy. It's
Crazy.
Like just all over, everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like something like 60 bands.
Yeah, they
and
don't give you a choice. If you're going
25
out for a beer,
venues
you're
and-
hearing original music.
yeah.
That
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
I like the way they mixed genres. They got folk in one bar one night, and they got rock and roll in one bar one night. And they,
Yeah.
but they put all the different bands together, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it is very cool.
what else
So-
you got going on?
Then we big show for us, two actually, coming up is the Cadillac Lounge for New Year's.
Always great to play.
Very,
that
very,
place.
very thrilled to be part of that one. And it's our show for the whole night. So we're really excited about that. It's going to be a lot of fun. We better find hotel rooms.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
And we'll there's a link, of course, to hellbentrockers.com where you'll have all that information.
HellBentRockers.com, of course. You can find a lot of that, as well as on Facebook.
Yeah.
The other one we have coming up, which we're also excited about, is at the St. Hollywood on January 23rd. And you'll see that plastered all over. That's going to be a fun show. We have some friends from the East Coast coming out to join us. And HellBent Rockers will be playing that night as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Good rock and roll through and through. Any final words you want to say to any loved ones? As I said, you'll never be younger or prettier than you are at this moment right now.
I
are
old
so
Bill.
right.
Better now, don't I?
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe we're harvesting organs in the future. You're all really looking young. You into that, Ryan? You want some fresh organs?
Yeah, I'm going to need a couple, liver at least.
Especially the liver, I heard.
Oh, yes. They're hard to come by around here. All right. HellBent Rockers right here. Barbershop Podcast. Pleasure, as always, to have them.
Thanks to have us.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Yeah.
Let's do Lonesome Train.
All right.
Close it out with,
I was going to say, what was the first song when you guys got together and decided, are we going to play that you jammed that you knew you both would know?
Lonesome Train.
I figured. This is it.
And The Way I Walk.
and
That was the first song I
'Cause I
played
say
for you
one
guys
of-
when you first heard me.
Really?
I
Was
hooked
The
up
Way
the
I Walk.
microphone.
all right, we'll do that
Do
one.
that one for special.
First song we
just
played
as-
together. All right, remember that? Oh,
Yeah.
Song you played together.
Hooked up the old microphone. I played The Way I Walk.
The way I walk is just the way I walk. The way I talk is just the way I talk. The way I smile is just the way I smile. Touch my baby and I go wild. The way I love is just the way I love. Come on and be my little turtle dove. Touch my baby, I feel so good. As though I want, then I don't know if I should. You are. You are. You are. Oh yeah. You are. Well, love has got to suit my style. Oh, little baby, I will say goodbye. Love me, baby, love me right. Love me, morning, noon, and night. You are. You are. You are. Oh yeah. You are.
you go. Something special from the HellBent Rockers right here at Barbershop Podcast. I'd like to thank the Nicoloff brothers, Billy and Linda, for coming in here and gracing us with the blessing of rock and roll. Just like Bumma used to make it. Hot and fresh out of the oven. And for Gary Greenland doing a great job as he always does on the board, and Ryan Cannon slaying the multiple dragons which attempted to put him out of business tonight, but he refused to lay down.
Fuck those dragons.
You bent over a little, but you did not lie down tonight. Sometimes the dog gets you. But we win. Episode 106. Out the door here at
6
Barbershop.
or 7. We'll edit it.
We'll figure it out.
All right.
It's all good. Love everyone. Thanks for coming out. See you next week. Barbershop Podcast. Cindy Dell is on the show. You're going to want to see that. She's got a smoking band with her each and every week. Barbershop Podcast, bringing you the very best in Hamilton music and musicians. Even though she's Norfolk County, we give her the ghetto pass coming here to Hamilton. Love you all. Take care.